Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to Blue Heron Golf Club for the final major championship of the season. It's the HITE JINRO Championship. Timothy Lowe here. Great to have you along for today's opening round coverage. Unfortunately for Park Sung-hyun, it has been a rotten return to the KLPGA Tour, the former world #1, multiple-time major champion. That came so easily to her about a decade ago. Very distant memory. She slips to 10 over par for her opening round. The Korean Women's Open champion knows a thing or two about brutal tests. She bested Rainbow Hills back in June, and that's a birdie that moves her into outright second place at 2 under par. Just to give you a sense of how difficult this golf course is playing. Of the 108 players who teed it up, there are just 7 players, yes, 7 players in red figures. And it's only day one. This is one of them. One of the big stars from the HITE JINRO group, already a winner this year on tour at the Samdasu Masters, Yoon Ina. It's her first appearance at the HITE JINRO Championship, this being her first year back after serving her time with a suspension from the KLPGA Tour, and she's obviously very keen to get a move on and put together a lovely week. And a tournament where you feel a little bit of extra pressure being a player sponsored by the HITE JINRO group. She's 1 under par and doing very nicely. So too, Bae So-hyun, who's a 3-time winner this season. Off the straight and narrow at the 12th, and that's what you see a lot of at Blue Heron. Infamously difficult. It's a little bit cold. Fairways are tight. The rough is up, and if you just are a little bit off the mark, you can rack up big numbers in a hurry. Lee Dong-eun, part of the rookie class of 2024, having a lovely season. Second on the rookie points list. A couple of top 10s already in her first season as a pro, this 19-year-old, but a tough day for her. She's 5 over par. And gets a very fortuitous kick out of that luscious rough. Park Hyun-kyung has 2 major titles, but both of them coming at the KLPGA Championship. Best finish at Blue Heron, a top 10 a couple years back. Level pegging is Hyun-kyung. Currently second on the money in points this year. Or third, excuse me, after Park Ji-young. That's a good chance to get herself into red figures. Park Ji-young also part of our featured coverage here. She's even par through 10 holes. Now, Hwang Yo-min. Love that smooth rhythm she has. I'll tell you what, when she can start finding fairways, great iron game and some lovely touch with the putter. She'd be keen to check off a major accomplishment on her resume. Back to So-hyun. She's really had a breakout season, this young lady. 3 wins. All of them coming in playoffs, coincidentally. Most recently at the KGE Daily Ladies Open. Nicely done. It's a very US Open-like test here at Blue Heron. Straight off the fairways, chop out sideways, and you're going to have to make a lot of putts from around 10 feet to save par. There's a former runner-up at a major championship, Kim Min-byul, last year's Rookie of the Year. It's a chance to get herself into red figures, and it's one she takes. Nicely done there for Kim Min-byul at 14. Only double, but nicely since with a couple of birdies. Now Ina, as one of the power players on tour, she said it's all about discipline this week. Trying to make sure you find these fairways to give yourself a look. She's got 120 left uphill into 13. It's all the way back at this green, 29 from the front edge. Not her best effort, but not too bad. So this would feel like a birdie for Bae So-hyun. It is a putt for par. Try and keep herself 1 under. Oh, fabulous. Really well done for Bae So-hyun. Good par save here at 12. Second shot coming up the hill for Park Sung-hyun at the 13th. Min after that very tidy approach into 12 has this now for birdie. Just a little too much respect there, but you can understand being a little tentative with how slick these greens are. Pars are your friends here at Blue Heron. Just coming out of the first cut of rough. Edon in. Not much left into this hole, just 82 meters. Kyung. Just coming off a birdie at 11. This will be a nice start to her back nine. Maybe just a fraction from left to right. Wiggle left early. That's unlucky. Another big hitter, Bang Shin-sil, will be a multiple-time winner on turn, like Yeo Min. I think missing is a major championship on her resume. Signature hole here at Blue Heron. Tackled nicely for Bang Shin-sil, the island green 16th. Being a par 5, she can find her way back to a round of 1 over par. That is not bad at all. No Seung-hui though. Second into 14. There's a little bunker on the left-hand side of this green the players will have to wary of. Just skirts it. Is it going to stay up? Yeah, she's got away with a bit of a loose one. Hasn't hit too many of those this season. Jae-hee. The first event of the year, Singapore Women's Open in the Lion City. A little bit better than Bang Shin-sil, she's just 2 over par. She'll just sneak it inside of Shin-sil's tee shot. Well played. Second place finish to runaway winner Mada Som last week. Got her into second on the money in points list. Crossed the 1 billion Korean won single season earnings mark. Number 1 ranked player this year, Park Ji-young. Steady two-putt par for Ina. A couple over early, but 3 straight birdies round the turn got her into red figures. On the 16th tee, HITE JINRO. Still seeking that first win on tour. Lost in that playoff at the Heaven Masters to Peso here. Playoff that also included Hwang Yo-min, and that is one of the best tee shots you'll see all week into 16. You could sell that for a lot of money to players in the last couple of groups come Sunday. Edong then slick one just past the pin on 13 for birdie. Aerial view of just how tight some of these tee shots are at Blue Heron. Kim Kyung would drive it. And just dog legs a little left. How brave do you want to be? How much do you want to chomp off the dog leg? Okay. Into the wide section. That's well done. Let's try and just get this round back under control. Sung Hyun. Birdie putt now for Park. Ah, well done. There's still shades of the old Park Sung-hyun in there somewhere. Her fans have never stopped believing. First birdie of the day comes at 13 to Park Sung-hyun. Hwang Yo-min going with driver. Slight frame, but she can really generate some good club-head speed. Uses the ground really nicely. She's looking a little concerned. Has she overdrawn that? No, that's going to be okay. It's going to be excellent, in fact. Number 4 ranked amateur in the official women's amateur golf rankings before turning pro about 18 months ago. Also, he really has come out of nowhere this season to have the year that she's had. It's truly been staggering. 7th on the money list. That's the cut last week. It plays best, and I just wonder if that raw just put her off slightly, and be much better off in the fairway bunker and in that thick rough. I'll have to see if he's gotten away with that. Heat. Birdie on 60. Downhill and working off the right. It's looking like she started that a little low, but again, if you're making 4 threes all week on this 16th hole, you're not one bit disappointed. Also, wait, lucky with that poor second. It's a pretty makeable chip now. Pitches on the green. She learned anything off the part of Kim Jae-hee. It's 2 for birdie. compensated. Opportunity for the last major champion, rookie sensation of this year, Yoo Hyun-ju, just tickles that one in. To 4 over, brilliantly done. Runaway leader at the point of the Rookie of the Year points race, courtesy of that victory. Blackstone in Incheon at the KB Financial Star Championship. Seo Jin, what a beautiful tee shot at 16. All that's left for birdie now. Yeah, capitalizes. Well done, Seo Jin. This opening round. Hyun a little bit further back, but coming out of the fairway. Slide up slope. Should let this ball come down nice and soft. Oh, fabulous iron shot there from a player who's really had a resurgence in her game. Ending a 2-year title drought right around this time last season. The sand, pretty compact here, so easy to pick it cleanly. She's not in her way. Really nicely done for Bae So-hyun. Yeoman to take advantage when you have a wedge in hand to an accessible flag like this one. 13. Oh, that counts as taking advantage. Put it down for a 3. What a shot into this par 4 for Hwang Yo-min, who's going to get up into a share of second with Ro Seung-hui in a couple of moments' time. Fabulous stuff from Hwang Yo-min. See if that birdie on 13 can spur on the charge of Park Sung-hyun. 2-shot now at 14, just going with hybrid. Steady. Okay. Not quite as much spin control on that, but she avoids the really thick stuff. So we're going to see her use that hybrid a lot this week, just to try and make sure she hits these fairways. Such a premium on driving accuracy, this Blue Heron. Up to 2 under par and within 1 of Park Do-young's lead. So here, a little bit longer than the putt she just hole for par. Back on 12. This one for birdie. Goes a little from right to left, coming uphill. Can be aggressive with her pace. Not this time. You can see the target up on the green there at 14, just 10 paces from the left edge, but really no point in taking on this flag. Just look a little bit right, halfway between that TV tower and the flag would be ideal. A little fat, but sneaks it onto the front third. Seen the putt of Bae So-hyun. She knows this one moves from the right. And well done, Park Hyun-kyung. Fabulous birdie there. Herself up to 1 under. A little bit of release from this first cut. A bit of a jumper. That's not going to be an easy 2-putt for Park Sung-hyun. Got low 60 in ties to make the halfway cut at the moment. That's 5 over par, and remember we're only through day 1 here. The 5th and final major of the season in the KLPGA Tour. Going with less than driver on 14. Going with driver, but a little late at transition. Looking right. How much trouble is she going to be in? You see a fairway camera. Can't read much into that expression on Park Hyun-kyung's face. Okay, there's her ball. Good news is they'll find it. Not quite sure what kind of shot she's going to have from there, but we'll have to wait and see. Not a good amount of speed in here. Sneaky long, so going with hybrid as well. closing hole here, the par 5 18th, and Kim Min Sun 7. Good shot in. 88 meters to go. Flags at the back right today. Spin control lacking there. Threw it into the slope. It was never going to stay up. Bit of a miscue there, unfortunately. Bill. Putt here on the 15th. Just birdie 14 is going to birdie 15. Well, Kim Min Bill gets herself up to 2 under par. From long range, that's going to be a bit of a nervy one. She's got 7 iron, no. That much breeze up in the air. That's good news for the player standing on this 16th tee, because when it starts to howl, that can be a scary tee shot. Well done, Journey Sun. Look at this, Yun Ina from long range. It's getting a little congested at 2 under par. Really nicely done there. No option here but to back out sideways. Parking Kyung as we go back up to Kim Min Sun 7 with this very slow putt for birdie on 18. Almost impossible to get it to the hole. Long second shot in. Lots of trouble lurks on this 15th if you're not careful. Carve a little low cut in with a hybrid, and that's very nicely played. Go Seong-hui. In the span of about 20 minutes, has just seen 3 players get to 2 under par as well. Long championship, a lot of golf to play here at Blue Heron. After a slow start like Idong, and yes, there is work to do, but there is time to do it. Bit of a fiddly putt here, putting right across the top of that fall line. Should want to move a touch to her left. timely birdie on 13. You'd hate to give it back with a 3-putt, but that is the dilemma that faces Park Sung-hyun here. Don't think he needs to start this one outside the edge of the cup, maybe just right half with a good aggressive stroke. Bogey. Park Sung-hyun. Got an angle. She might have an avenue through, you know. Be some kind of low fly line kicking under the branches. All in all, excellent shot. No true trouble for Hwang Yumin after that nicely placed tee shot. She's going to be bold in attack here. Maybe again, tough pin to access. Late there, this one hanging a fraction right. If you are going to miss the green, that's the side to miss it on. Hard work. Par putt coming up for Kim Min-sun 7. This will be for a round of 1 under par 71. Okay, got there in the end. Nicely holed putt. Just psychologically, it's only 1 stroke, but so much nicer to see your name have a red number next to it, especially at a test like Blue Heron as we go back out to the 14th. There seems to be a meeting of the minds between Bae So-hyun and her caddy. First title of the year, the Charity Ladies Open, and then the inaugural Heaven Masters, a 3-hole, 3-way playoff. Hwang Yumin and Sora Jin, and 3-hole playoff. So the KGE Daily Ladies Open title as well. Tee shot for Jun Yi-sung on 16. Was now a putt for birdie. She gets it. Get there. Get there. It did. Nice putt, taking her back to even par for her round and championship. Well done, Jun Yi-sung. Pretty tight tee shot. Faces the players on this 15th, but it's a long hole, and Yoon Ina looking to take advantage of her power. to hit a little cut, so it can start it at those pair of trees in the left rough and just try and slide it back into play. But you block it out right. There's an awfully big, thick tree, and that is, oh, hang it in the Louvre. That is gorgeous. So it's just been a different player since coming back to the KLPGA Tour, Yunina. Nicely done. Thick-ish lie for Park Hyun-kyung, but you get 25 feet of green to play with here. She's judged that very nicely indeed. Well played. Has reached the 16th tee, and many players just going with a smooth 7-iron here. Beautifully controlled there from Kim. She's going to have that to tie the lead. Minji, former champion here. This Park. With a 6-iron, but spun out of that. Oh, okay, didn't look too pleased with it, but it's a fabulous shot. Park Minji, she's in the hunt. She's going to have to go to 2 under. To putt this one by the looks of things for Hwang Yo-min. A good 7 feet of fringe to come through first. Good pace, well done. Some real lengthy one on 15. Again, like the 16th, you're very happy to take 4 pars here all week long. Now 45 feet between her and the flag. Most of them uphill. Touch pacey there. Unfortunately. Rock solid par. Par now. There's carbon copy of the putt that we saw Park Sung-hyun miss. Good par-saving putt there for Roh Seung-hui. Solid 4 there on the 15th. Park In-kyung for a skin saver here at the 14th. Oh yes, well done. Would have taken 4 in a heartbeat with that tee shot in the air. And 144. This one should work off the slope a little. Very clever shot there by the 19-year-old. Yo-min now for par. That one coming for Hwang Yo-min. Drop back to 1 under. Mistakes like that can happen, especially at a major championship venue as demanding as Blue Heron. Tim Min-byul for a share of the lead. Birdie putt here on the par 3 16th. We have a new co-leader, and her name is Kim Min-byul. What a run she's on here. 3 birdies in a row on 3 of the harder holes on the golf course. Back to 15, and I've been doing this event for a couple of years now. I've never seen anyone this far up on this par 4. Look at that, just 125 meters left to go for Ina. Used to see players hitting long irons and even fairway woods, but Ina's just got a wedge. That's a pretty good shot. Very nicely done for Yun. Share of the lead and 2 holes to go. Can Kim Min-byul keep this fabulous run of form going? No, that's quick and left on 17, and it's going to get tangled up in very thick rough. Nine on 16, staring this one down. Seems to like it for good reason. A player of her leg, not the longest on tour. Importantly, finding this fairway. So he'll be coming in with a 3-wood or maybe even a hybrid off a downslope. Absolutely critical to just make sure that you're coming out of the short stuff. Left for Hwang Yo-min. She's going to get a little help off the cart path. Definitely get a drop off there. I wonder if she's going to take it. She's better off playing off that cart path. At least she'll get a clean strike on it. Keep to see what she does from there. So we go up ahead to the green, and Ina for her birdie. Tracking. Just wanders a little left, but a good effort. Ina. So good. Lovely tempo and rhythm on that. Is that going to stay in the first cut? Yeah, it will. shot to the 15th. And a nicely held birdie, taking her back to 5 over. So bounce back after her drop shot at the 14th. Ina sizing things up at the signature hole. Downhill tee shot, island green. No margin for error whatsoever. Going to be anything more than a 7 iron. I think it's probably going to be a smooth 8 for Ina as we got Kim Min Bo. See the problem here, pin on that front left. Thick lie, just really be looking at the right edge of the green. Just try to think about where do you want to leave this for your third shot. How do you make par from here? Going at this flag almost out of the equation for her. So to be sensible. Fairway. That's good. Have to make 4 the hard way. A lengthy one, but off this downslope, it's going to flatten out the trajectory and help this one just chase a little once it gets on the green. She's got a hybrid here. You see, you can use that little bank that feeds the ball from left to right. Nice shot there, well thought out. Golden chance there on 16, but keeps her within 1 of your now co-leaders. An awkward one. There's a slight downslope, but ball's above her feet, so to play for some kind of low slinging hook almost works against the natural camber of this green. She has manufactured something special. Watch out here, this could go in. Brilliant shot from Bay. Predicted, not going to take it drops. Clip this nicely. To get a new 7 iron before tomorrow's round, Yeomin. That really could have been so much worse. Well done. Oh, she can yet walk away with a par 4. Beautifully played from Kim Min Byul. That's what you have to do if you want to win this championship. You're not always going to be having putts for birdie. You're going to have tap-ins for par.
거기 계시면 안 돼요, 다. 나가주세요. 나가주세요. 여기 계시면 안 돼요. 정서랑 여기 공 가고.
Fairly lofty club here. I'm surprised if this is a knee tie-in for Ina. There's a regulation streak going. Easy to fall through. Just try and take a little yardage off this one. Such great control she's got over the golf game right now, Nina. So we giving that one the beans, unable to find the fairway. Back to Bang Chin Sil on 18, unfortunately now back at 5 over par, but a chance to claw one back. Oh, well done. Nice way to finish for Bang Chin Sil. Kilmer, 15th, and over this rise. Second half of the putt's going to be downhill and work from left to right pretty much the whole way. Good pace on that. Again, that roar she got for making a birdie back on 13. What kind of roar would she get if this one scared the flag stick on 16? Good solid shot. Great escape on the penultimate hole. It's for par. Just wiggled a little right to start. This would be some birdie, playing her second off the cart path. Uphill moves off the left. Oh my word. Well, I suppose you can't get all the breaks at once. Fabulous try though. That shot into the 18th, really nicely controlled. Birdie opportunity in the day of Jung Yun Ji. So good for her birdie on the 15th. Maybe just a left edge putt. But a spot like Yo Min. The par. Just cleaning up for her par at 15. For Sung Hui, but a good amount of club on the ball, though that looks like it's really nestled down. Some very thick stuff, some problems here for the Korea Women's Open champion on 17 as we go back to Sung Hyun for birdie on 16. Think about the greats who have reached the summit of the women's game before, multiple time major winners, Hall of Famers, or you thought would be Hall of Famers, just completely lost their games. We saw it with Yani Seng, saw it with Zhang Hana, although she never reached world number one. She was dominant on the KLPGA Tour, and actually can't seem to break 80 now. Sadly, the same fate appears to have befallen Park Sung-hyun. Playing this championship, the HITE JINRO, fifth and final major of the season. Always played here at stunning dastardly challenging Heron Golf Club. Tie the lead at 16. Great effort. G. Lovely third, but a horrible putt. I mean, that's just a woeful stroke from John. So we think line. Those practice swings look quite small. Is she just trying to bunt this through the rough and fringe? Doesn't look like the big high flop is an option. A lot softer. It's such a crapshoot when you get into the rough here. Very much in the lap of the golfing gods as to what kind of lie you're going to draw. Just to tackle the challenge that is the 16th group of Min, So Yun and Park Hyun Kyung. Two-time winner on tour.
나가야 되세요. 더 들어가시든가. 다 밖으로 나가주세요.
It's the 17th tee. Ina company just waiting for the fairway to clear.
나오니까 좀 빨리 시작해요.
She's got the big stick, as she did on 15. And just set this one down that left edge of the fairway. That natural fade, just bleed it back into the fairway. Tried to cut, but didn't. So we for par, no, lost it low early. She slipped back. At this present moment, just 8 players under par for this opening round as we gaze back up the tee to 16. Just from that camera angle, you can tell how narrow this target is. With an elevated tee, the ball does spend a long time in the air, so if you're not precise with your strike or your start line, you could be racking up a big number on this hole. Forward here. She's just trying to trap one in, but Sometimes you get that ball that far back and the hands that far forward, you leak a couple out to the right, and that is going to put Hwang Yo-min in a world of hurt.
앞에 나오세요.
So just doing a little crowd control. Just a couple of water droplets, a couple of raindrops on the pond around this green. The rules official out there. There's no electrical activity in the area. We're going to be okay. He's just making sure. Of course, they are entitled to do so. Of water on the surface of that penalty area. It's just going to make this already demanding test that much more challenging here in the opening round of the HITE JINRO Championship, where 3 under par, 69 from Park Do-young sets the pace. But Min Byul, Ina, and a couple of former winners here in Park Min-ji, right hot on her heels. Unfortunately, despite having such a solid day working for her, Hwang Yo-min's ball found the penalty area on the Island Green 16th. Doesn't look like, or have they found it? She hasn't crossed the margin of the penalty area. She's going to have to drop back to that drop zone. signalling that she's got a shot. That she's got to take a swing from the drop zone. I believe it's the latter. I'm very confused by this body language, sign language business, but she's dropped, so damage limitation definitely the key now for 22-year-old Yo Min. Dropping and playing 3 as the rain starts to just come down a little harder on the players. Shot. Really well played. Chance to just make a bogey for Hwang Yo Min. Kim and Bill after finding the rough off the tee. Ina just chopping it out, trying to give herself a good chance to scramble away with a par. It'll be far enough back where you're going to have to put some speed into this shot, not only to create height but also spin with that front hole location. So important just to give yourself a chance. It's just something that players will have to be okay with and comfortable with doing, except in the fact that you're not going to hit every single fairway and every single green here. You're going to have to scramble your way around to save pars on more than one occasion at Blue Heron, especially over 4 days. So third shot now for Ina at the 17th. Slight downslope here. Gotta make sure you get that left shoulder, your lead shoulder, chasing down into the ball. Want to put a good strike on this. Don't want to be falling back and trying to scoop up.
중계탑 여기다 코스 밖으로 다 나가주세요.
Home hole and Kim Min Bill. Third shot, Kim. Just going to take some spin off this steep hill just short of this hole location. Anything thrown into it with some spin, you're going to be back at the front of the green. And that's nicely controlled from Min Bill. She'll have a putt for 3 under par round to 69. As we go back to Bae Soo Hyun's birdie putt at 60. Lovely speed on that for Bae. He's had a chance.
네, 계속 슬라이드. 끝까지.
So here, a lengthy one here on 17 for birdie. Gonna have the pace to get all the way to it, but a decent line read. Good bogey. Yes, well done. Nice save there. Drops only one shot. Back to even, but really could have been so much worse for Huang. Coming at 17 for Yoon Ina now. Trying to keep her within touching distance of 2 championship leaders. Only trailing by 1. Wonderful save there for Yoon Ina. Gutsy, hard-working par 4 for her. A round of 69. No, just a little pacey on that line. Be a little disappointed with that bogey on 17 and not birdieing 18, but 70 to start her week. Fantastic playing from Min Bill. Defending champion Year One's tee shot at 16. She said this hole scares her. Scorecard scares her at the moment. She's 5 over par, not the start to a title defense she was looking for. Last week's winner was an absolutely majestic performance on a Financial Group Championship. It was around a 61 and 9 shot victory. Heart and mouth off the tee, but safely on dry land. Spot on the money list is Park Ji-young. It's been a bit of a poor back nine, dropping a couple shots after going out to 35. Good opportunity to get a shot back there for won the Hanwha Classic, the third major of the year. 2 billion won already this season for the 10th time to the titleist Park Ji-young. Going off the 17 tee, seeing a couple of balls on that left rough already today. Settle down, settle down. So here, surprising club choice here, going with driver. We've seen it with hybrid a couple of times today. That's the problem. You can't cut driver. You're going to be in that left rough. You're hard pressed to try and find a nice slide. Also going with driver, but see if she can get this one sliding from left to right. Park Min-ji on the home hole. Well done. It's a putt for bogey, but that's an even par round of 72. The 2021 champion here at Blue Heron. Nice playing, Park Min-ji, the living legend on the KLPGA Tour. Now back on the tee in Yun Ina. You're going to miss this fairway, miss it left. Nothing good. Lives up the right-hand side of the home hole at Blue Heron.
카메라부터 누르지 말아주세요.
Some of the thickest rough on the golf course. Unfortunately, especially with the moisture on it right now, it's going to be a very tricky layup for Yunina as we go back into the left rough at 17, where we find Bae So-hyun. do with this? I mean, we can barely see any part of the ball. Is there a ball there, babe? Must be. Sense to be looking at right here. She's done very well. I did stay in the fairway. Started my 9 here. Okay, not her best strike, but just creeps up into the fringe. Brilliant there for Hwang Yo-min. Excellent shot. Just keep her around under control as I look back at the scoring terminal, and can only report there's 6 players now under par here on day 1. The defending champ, Mia Wan's not one of them. She's got just outside of 30 feet for birdie at 16. Pace. Xiongru's third uphill green at 18. I beg your pardon, this is her 4th shot. A long wedge, so just got to be wary of the amount of spin you generate here. Never had the right club to make it up the slope, and unfortunately, Liu Xionghui might be leaking oil coming in here. Top shot at 17 could be in danger of bogeying 18 as we go back to Park Ji-young. Get her round back in the right direction. This a birdie putt at the 16th. Now 2-time major champion. So it looks like she's going to be away here in this group. But it's pretty flat for the most part, but players know that 17 generally tips a little bit from back to front. Just in that front left corner where the hole's cut, it's a bit of a bounce. The last couple of feet, that ball's going to slow up as it works gently back uphill. Birdie, 8. Just that last couple of feet, you think it's going to roll out, but actually hits the air brakes, but still not bad. Solid 2-putt par, easy. See how thick this rough is. 9 or 8 iron for her. Somebody up on the green, lengthy putt for par to avoid a bogey finish. And unfortunately, that's exactly what's happened. She was cruising along so nicely. Bogey finish, and it's a sign for an even par opening round of 72. Goodness, how did that not go in for Park Hyun Kyung? Fabulous try. Just come a fraction from left to right. It was a really nicely played pitch up. Stayed aggressive with the driver off the tee. Is it going to yield a birdie 3? Yes, it will. Bit of a topsy-turvy last couple of holes for Hong Yo-min. Back into red figures with that birdie on 17. Some elevation, so this one closer to 160 meters for her. It's going to be some kind of 6-iron. Strike sounded good. That's nicely played. Really well done. Pictures on the scorecards. And Nina will have a putt for a closing birdie. being 2 over par through the first 6 holes. Brilliant bounce back it's been. Eat on them. It's a real upslope where that white laddered spot is. Make sure you get your weight onto that lead foot. There's a softness in these greens. You're going to get a lot more spin. You've got to be mindful here. In. Keep those grips of the clubs dry. A step cut of rough. It's sitting down a touch. Usually means you want to get a little bit steeper into it. Just to make sure you guarantee yourself of a solid strike. But the problem is sometimes that upshoots the ball and you end up putting more spin on it. And that's not really what you want, trying to get to a back flag on a heavily pitched green like this on the 18th. Masterfully controlled for Park. Chance for a birdie. Even if that drops, that's going to be a round of 81. Down on the tee, Hwang Yo-min with a driver. Fresh off that lovely birdie at 17. She finished with a flurry. And it looked a little late. Is this one fanned out to the right like Yoon Ina's? It is right, but it'll stay in the fairway. Good save there. Delivers that club so squarely into the ball. One great players works with coach Si-woo Lee, and Korean Open champion on the men's sides. Kyu Kim also works with Si-woo. That one off the left rough. Year one in the final group today. Haven't seen too much of her, and for good reason. It's been a woeful day for year one. Nice tee shot on 17. Can she take advantage and stick one in close? She can. Lovely shot. Chance to go into Friday with a share of the lead. This is Uni now for birdie on the 18th. Would have been a brilliant effort, but that is going to complete a run of 5 straight tournament rounds dating back to Thursday last week. She has ended the day no worse than second on the leaderboard. She led the first 3 days of the Financial Group Championship in Cheongna last week before Song blitzed the field on Sunday to win by 9. Ina solo second with a birdie on the 72nd hole. She'll end today a share of second with Tim Min Bill, just one behind Park Do-young. 3 rounds to go here. Now, come on, Sang-hyun. Pop this one in for a closing birdie. I feel the cut's probably going to be around the 8 over par mark tomorrow afternoon. Now, 5 over par 60. So important, just to try and give herself a small glimmer of hope. Still must take a very solid round of golf tomorrow. This would be a boost for Park Sun-hyun. Yeah, deserve that one. Nice closing birdie there for the former major champion. It'll be an 81 for her. Look at that. Rough so thick on the left side of 18. You can barely see Hyun Kyung's shoes. For her part. It'll be a 78 for the rookie. And first trip round Blue Heron, needing just 2 birdies. Now year 1 for a birdie, back on 17. Awful lie for Bae So-hyun. My goodness, she's moved that, what, 6 feet? So 2 under past 70 to start the week for Yoon Ina, matches the effort of her fellow HITE JINRO sponsored player Kim Min-byul. The early pre-tournament favourites. Off to solid starts here at Blue Heron. Hwang Il-min's second shot, just trying to lay it up in that skinny portion of the fairway. Better second time of asking for Bae So-hyun. Problems for So-hyun on the last. One of 4 ladies who've won 3 titles this season. Year 1, Park In-kyung, and this lady, Park Ji-young, the other 3. And the group of the day have reached the final hole of the day. Unable to kick it out of the really thick stuff. Great Sunday performances in the history of KLPGA Tour Golf. This lady, 61 at Bearsvest, going to be up there in that discussion. But different story today for Ma Da-son, who's back at 5 over. get one. Such a solid start to the year, and they went through a really rough patch right in the middle of the season. They finished last week outside the top 30 in Cheongna.
닦아도 돼요? 네, 닦아도 됩니다. 그래도 쉽지 않고. 여기는 안 넣어도 돼요? 네.
안 나도 되죠?
네, 안 넣어도 돼요.
Free drop. He must have been staying in a sprinkle ahead, but looks like another layup. Too far back and out of that semi-rough. Early stages of the championship, that risk just wasn't worth it. Both Winfield and Baso are going to be playing their fourth shots now to the par 5 18th green. Nicely struck, really well done. Not going to make it up that pretty steep slope, but she'll have an outside chance for a par. Some bunked here, and you have to come over a fairly steep portion of the lip. So again, you'd like to get this as far up the fairway as possible, but you don't want to bite off more than you can chew. Just has to be smart about this, Madasom. Wonderful shot for Hwang Yo-min. Look at that. chance to finish birdie, and that would put her up into a share of second. Fourth, closer than Bays. She'll get it onto the correct plateau of the green. Great shot there. That well. Moving that back in position. Just about going to get away today without any sort of stoppage. Rain really starting to bucket down on the players. It's not going to do Park Ji-young any favours. It's already thick line. Now going to have a bit of moisture on the surface as well. Strike. Just made sure she laid this one up into the fairway. Well done from Park Ji-young. Also a heavy line, really gripping down on this wedge. That's about all she could do. I said it at the top of the show, and I'll say it all week long. This rough is brutal at Blue Heron and must be avoided at all costs. Now for Bae So-hyun. Up and over that little rise. Should work from right to left. A little sluggish. I wonder if that's to do with the fact that we've got a little thin layer of water on the greens right now, just slowing up the surfaces a little now with Yeah, one over this ball. That just tells you she still can't reach with her third after chopping out of the rough. So just gotta lay this one up and then try and get up and down for par to limit the damage this difficult opening day has done to her chances of a repeat title. Lost her turn yet, so here. Bogey putt. B. He wants to move left, so just at this outside right edge. Three-putt double bogey, a disastrous end of the day for Bae So-hyun, who she was 3 under par through 8 holes, hasn't made a birdie since, and she's going to walk off with a 74. That's how quickly things can change. Yikes. This would be a lovely way to grind out an under par round. This par putt for just the 5th under par round recorded this Thursday at the HITE JINRO Championship. A bit of break in this, coming from right to left. Oh, just slips it in the corner. Great round of 71 for Park Hyun-kyung. Really solid back nine there, not a drop shot since the 7th. Win. See the carnage that's unfolded on 18. Not a single player inside the top 15 has birdied the 18th hole. And one player inside the top 20 has birdied the 17. That was Choi Eun-woo. Hwang Yo-min's birdied 17, and it's this for a 4 on the closing hole, and around a 70. Just over Reddit. Battled hard. It's around 71 to start her campaign. She'll begin Friday within 2 shots of Park Do-young's lead. golf course, Park Ji-young. Set to play the third shot. This closing par 5. She was currently 6 back at 2 over par. She's only 5 shots adrift. Left up the hill, starting this left, trying to slide one in low. Oh, glorious shot there from Park Ji-young, really well done with a hybrid. Should be a 5-iron here for Mark. A couple yards closer. Good shot there for Dasson. One's 4th. She's given herself a chance to escape with a par. Well played from the defending champ. The old saying goes in golf, if you want to get it up and down, putt it. If you want to hold it, chip it. You know what Park Ji-young's thinking from here. Take out some of the unpredictability of that fringe that she's in. So she'll just peel a little right as it hits to the hole. 4th shot, this would be a unlikely but pleasant way to post a 73. You know what? Oh, fantastic for Park Ji-young. Thanks for making me look smart for once, Ji-young. Chip in on the last for around a 73. Well played, Park Ji-young. Another look at this. Such good technique, such a simple motion. Rock of the shoulders, read it perfectly, and in you go. On. Pretty slow one, as we saw from Base Williams. Sluggish up that slope. To turn a little left. That's it with conviction. Great roll. Disappointed her opening around the 77. But she'll go again tomorrow. No quitting this lady. Now up to 7th on the money list after a stunning performance last week, banking 270 million won for her victory. Golden hour approaching through the misty rain as the defending champion tries to save a par in her final hole of this opening day. Yeah, well done, Leah Won. Had to battle hard. She'll have to go again tomorrow. 77 to start her title defense. The lead only at 3 under par, and a lot can happen here at Blue Heron. But now tomorrow she could very well get right back in this thing. But that's all 108 players done and dusted for the opening round. Let's look back at some highlights from Thursday action here at the HITE JINRO Championship, and we'll start at the 6th hole. Park Do-young, great birdie there. It was a solid start for Park. Dropped a shot at 7, then got back amongst the birdies as the sun started to peek through here on 8. Go on to add another at the par 4 9th. You see a fabulous shot from some very thick rough. Player who's going to be 43rd on the money list this week. Top 60 keep their cards at the end of the season. Do-young looking for more than that. A victory in a major championship brings with it a 5-year exemption on tour. Brilliant front line of 34 for her on the very same hole. Ina, who leads the We Made Championship points race, almost jarring it at that par 4 9th. The birdie finish with the front line took her out in even par. And out to the 10th, a birdie opportunity for a lot of players in the field. You have to say this was one of those unexpected putts from distance across the hill. Coming down, working a little left. Fabulous birdie there. Birdie 10 as well as Park Do-young. She dropped the shot at 13, but up at the long par 450. And a beautiful shot using the contours of this green to funnel that ball down into today's back hole location. For a 6th and final birdie of the day, en route to an opening round of 69 and the championship lead. is done and dusted. Yunina's back nine was just getting started. Kicked it off in brilliant fashion. Took a little victory lap, but in it went for a birdie, taking Ina to red figures. 50. And Sun 7. After going bogey at 13 and 14, that was a welcome birdie for her. Go on to record one of just 6 rounds under par here on day one, a 71 for her. 13th, the biggest row of the day. Well, it came from a player who shot 81, but Park Sung-hyun, the former world number 1, picked up her first birdie of the day to raucous applause at the par 4. The very same hole, one of the stars of today, 22-year-old Hwang Yo-min, seeking her first major championship in South Korea, almost jarring it for a 2, but she would settle for a simple tap-in 3. Yeah, Park Hyun-kyung would also find a birdie. 7-1 for Hyun-kyung. 50, Kim Min-do was really turning on the style. She birdied 14 and hold this curler at the 15th to move her up to 2 under and within 1 of Park Do-young. Ina would record her 4th and final birdie of the day from just outside of 30 feet at the 40th. Not her best iron shot, but it won't matter. I'm still going to read a 3 on the scorecard, a 70. To start the week for Yoon Ina. At the 16th, Min-bill would hit one of the shots of the day on the signature par 3 at Blue Heron, a 7-iron from 161 meters to this front flagstick all over it. Roll that putt in for birdie to move into a share of the lead. Unfortunately, would bogey the 17th. Start Friday in a share of 2nd alongside Yoon Ina. Park Sung-hyun, this her 81st and final shot of her opening round here at the 24th HITE JINRO Championship. Gave herself a chance to start Friday in a share of 2nd. Fabulous wedge. The putt wouldn't drop, but still a solid 71 for her. As the sun sets here in the opening round, 6 players under par. Park Do-young leads the way, the only player with a round in the 60s here on day 1. Join us for more coverage, same time, same place, tomorrow afternoon. See you then.